Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, ladies.
How art thou?
I'm hanging in there. How was y'all
Oh,
week?
shit.
What happened?
Y'all ain't see my light flicker?
Yeah.
The devil is in my house. This is it.
The devil is a lie.
This is it, baby.
Hi,
Hey,
guys.
Shahira. Hi, Derek. How's Shahira?
Hey,
Hello,
y'all.
everybody. Happy Sunday. How was everybody's week?
Oh my goodness. Happy. Um, my week was crazy. My week was busy. Y'all know I finally got a job now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. So I just been busy, busy, busy. And then on top of that, my son had a meltdown this week. So I almost had a meltdown this week. So I had like an overwhelming mommy moment this week.
Mhm.
But it happens, you know. We have good days, we have bad days. Kids
Right.
have good days and bad days.
Mhm.
So this happened on Thursday. So Friday was much better. It happened the same day I started working. So that whole day was just stressed
Off.
out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
other than that, I had a good week. Overall, it was definitely good things. So how was your week?
Um, to be honest, I don't even know. I don't even remember what I did this week.
It went by so fast. It really did.
Yeah, it did. For some reason, I just been so sleepy. I was just tired all week. I don't know why.
Mm.
Just tired, but I didn't really do much. Just taking the kids to school and picking them back up. That's it.
That's tiring within itself, for real, for real. That's a whole nother job.
Right.
Okay.
I'm home doing homework, cooking. It just be too much.
Girl.
So I just be tired. What about you, Boo?
What I did this week, I took naps, did
Yay!
errands.
At least you
Yeah,
did
I
it.
wouldn't know.
Do I have lipstick on my teeth?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
I did some
Wait,
errands.
wait, we got to tell them that you're not a napper. So you taking a nap this week is a big deal.
Right.
Like, it's a huge deal because this girl stay on
Yeah,
the go, y'all.
I don't be
Right.
sleep. I had a free day on Friday. Tobias's teacher at the school he used to go to called and said she wanted to take him on a field trip with them. So um, he went to school on Friday. I heard he was a good boy. He was fighting his cousin, but that's normal. He had fun. So Friday I was at Walmart. I was everywhere. I was just taking my time.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that quietness. I just came in this house. I was just sitting here like,
Yes.
It's what single people with no kids feel like, huh?
Right. And we
Girl,
went out to breakfast too. So that was a
Oh, we did. We went to breakfast. We did. We sure did. How I forget that? We had an incident in the place, but I ain't even gonna tell y'all about
I
that
ain't
because
gonna
now.
talk about that.
why? Why you bring it up
Nah,
then?
we were. I don't even want to blast the business like that. We'll talk about it because look, they ain't gonna sue me. But I wouldn't be lying if I said it. I ain't trying.
You pick it up one more
I ain't
time.
trying
You
to mess
gotta
up
tell us.
nobody's business. No, no.
We ain't saying no names. No names.
You don't gotta say no name. Just tell a story. I want to know now. Y'all know I'm nosy.
We was eating breakfast, right? So we just eating, talking. And you know, when it comes to bugs, like shit, like my eye, like if it's a bug around my eye, just go there.
Right.
So I'm like mid scoop of grits, like, and I saw something, so I looked, and then I was staring at it for a minute because I ain't see nothing. When I looked at it, I'm like, damn, whatever the fuck that was, it was fast. So then I seen it, I'm like, look, boo, look. It was a damn roach in the restaurant. crawling by the waffle maker.
I was like, now why you show me that?
Yo, but you know, this is really crazy, and don't judge me, but like some of the dirtiest places got the best food.
It's a fact.
That is a fact. I don't care what nobody says.
Now everybody probably dealt with a little roach in their life. Maybe not. Like it was a little roach, so it wasn't like no full grown mother roach.
So
like,
it was a baby. So the
it was like it was like a teenager. It was like a teenager roach.
Then Serena was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. Then she was like, excuse me.
Because you can't unsee it. Once you've seen it, it's over. Like you seen it already. Yeah.
She was like, y'all got a book.
I didn't want to be all loud with it, but I wasn't gonna say nothing. But then I was like, nah, like I ain't gonna not say nothing. I'm like, nah, I gotta tell him. But but the fucked up part about it was when he came to get it, like he ain't even kill it. Like he went like this. Bro, you just knocked it somewhere else. Like you supposed to smash that. You supposed to do it dirty. Like you done moved it from up here to down there. Now I don't know what y'all got behind the counter down there. Those could be the forks and spoons. Like
I'm like, listen, I ain't trying to bring none of that home, y'all. Why you ain't stomping out?
Yo, we was looking at each other like, what the hell? Yeah,
we ain't gonna say where, y'all, but I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all been there.
Nah, everybody done ate there now. Like everybody done ate there, and y'all ain't even gonna stop eating there because we told y'all this. Like I ain't gonna tell y'all where, but
we ain't gonna put them on blast like that. But
I ain't gonna do that. But now I know, so I don't think I'm finna be, you know.
Let me see.
I ain't gonna be eating there. I gotta go and get my shit there. I can't order it first and pick it up. I gotta make sure ain't nothing.
What
you said you gotta order it, then go pick it up.
Nah, I can't do that no more. What? I can't do that no more.
Oh.
Nah, I gotta go in there and order it so I can watch the surroundings.
Yeah, I need a break from the place at that point.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be back, but I don't know
either, yo. That was too much for me. It's one thing to have the roaches, but the customers don't see them. But when you see the roach, that changed the whole dynamic. Like you be like, damn.
And them home fries was rocking.
Yo, they was rocking.
I literally just said that the best places be looking a little dirty. Me be a little dirty. I said. Listen, but that's good. Y'all went for birthday. I had a good time.
Yes.
What was exciting? What happened exciting to me this? Oh, I got my CPR certification.
Yeah. Congratulations. How was that?
It was different from when I first got it because I got it like years ago, like right after I had Kai, I got it. So it was a little different, but it was fun. I think it's definitely something I need. Well, no, not really, because like I got like I don't know. I don't touch people and people don't touch me.
Right. So you won't be performing CPR unless it was need be for your child. Yeah, the baggie, the mouthpiece. In these day and ages, like I don't look. I'm sorry, like.
And you don't have to put your.
I was just about to say, like, what would y'all do? Like the Rona going around, like.
No, but you don't gotta put your mouth on people. That was one of the things that changed. Like you don't have to go like do mouth to mouth. They have the little mouthpiece you could do, and stuff like that. So that's not bad. Okay, so something happened to me the other day. So I won't put so you know how you have personal space, and anybody who know me personally know how I feel about personal space. So I'm in training right now, like at my job and whatever, and
Shia.
So these people just keep getting in my personal space, like, and I keep telling them that, listen, I know how to do this, you know, and they don't wear masks and stuff. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? And so they be like this close to me, and so I turn around and then I give them the eyes, like, can you back up? And then I'm wrong for saying that because, like, you gotta back up, bro. Like, I feel like when people hover, like, I instantly start sweating and then I can't breathe. I slowly start hyperventilating inside. Like, it's really that bad. Like, so I just really need my personal space.
No.
6 feet, please.
No, it's
Yeah,
bad.
it's crazy how people think, like, even if you're vaccinated, like, you still shouldn't be too close to people, especially if you don't have on a mask. With or without a mask, you should still, like, not want to be all up in somebody's face.
This guy walked right up on me, and then, like, I think the universal sign to back up is literally, like, if I'm backing up, you stay where you are. But every time I backed up, he walked up, and then I backed up, and he walked up, and now I'm looking at him like,
right. I go through that when it's time to pick up the kids. Like, we line up in front of the, Maya door or whatever, and they just be like back up. Like, I be wanting to snap.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna do something different this week. I'm gonna let Kai, like, I'm gonna walk him to the area where I could see him go into the door, see him sanitize, but I'm not gonna walk him all the way up the steps to the door because the way they be trying to run you over in them kids lines, it's just ridiculous. The second day, like, these like adults was about to fight because, like, and I'm just looking like,
no, it gets like that. It gets like that because when I used to pick Cassidy up from Jefferson, like, you will be there early, you right there, and then next thing you know, like 60 seconds before the kids start coming out the door, you just being sworn. Now people want to jump right, like, directly in front of you. Like, I know you see me standing right here. Like, what would possess you to stand right in front of me like I'm not here?
Right.
Now, what if I do something? Because that's just so rude. Like, why would you do that?
Then you in the wrong.
Yeah,
so
if you got, like, manners.
No, I realize manners are not common. They're not taught regularly, and I've realized it this week more so. So, like, we used to say please, thank you, excuse me, and whatever. And then some people don't usually use it. You know what I mean? Like, they just, like, earlier today, this girl, like, she's like reaching across my face, and I'm just like, okay, I guess she's rushing. I'm gonna give her some time. So she did. I said, excuse me, like, like, first of all, that's rude. Second of all, you don't cross nobody's face. And, like, I don't know. It's them people sometimes.
I hate when people, like, if you hold the door open for somebody and they don't say thank you.
Oh my God.
You're welcome. I did that the other day. The lady.
No, I definitely
end up saying something smart.
Yeah. Or even if they hold the door open for me and I say thank you and they don't say you're welcome, I think that's so rude.
Right.
Like, you already held the door open, so just say you're welcome for me saying thank you. Like, what?
Right.
Like,
some people don't have that. I say mad hard too. Like, you're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, like, so make sure you heard me because I know you heard me this time.
That's crazy.
So I'm excited about our conversation this week.
Yes. Should we jump into our first topic?
Sure.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's a good time. I think it's a good topic that I feel like we're going to have a lot of people talking on.
Okay, let's go. So, our first topic is dating after the father of your child. Dating after the father of your child.
It's a repeat for me.
Girl.
Hi, everyone.
Yes. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Nisa. Y'all want to know where I'm at? Somebody might have said it in the comments. I ain't finna look. Just eat. Look.
Just watch.
I know what I'm talking about. It wasn't Bills. I'll tell you how that.
I'll tell you that much.
It wasn't
when
Bills.
I was last out there and I had breakfast with my family, I definitely went there and that food was definitely on point.
Yes. That's all I'm gonna say. It wasn't Bills. But
you ain't giving no names.
Facts.
Jaquil said it's been lit ever since I dated after my child.
After that mistake, I
After
can't.
that mistake, that's what she said, though. Listen, I feel like I'm the only one that really could like talk about this right now. In a sense,
it's okay. It's a lot of other people going through this. So
that's okay. So dating after the father of my child. We was together for over a decade. A little over a decade, and then we broke up. You know, I had to go my way, and I did it for me personally. You know what I mean? Like, granted, I did want to raise a family, but sometimes it just don't happen that way. People don't realize, like, staying in an unhappy relationship could cause more toxins to the child than in the relationship itself. You understand what I'm saying? So I started dating, but I didn't start dating right after. I was just like
mingling.
Yeah, I was just mingling for a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't until like April of this year I started dating a little bit, and well, it still wasn't no labels. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was like, I don't want no labels. I'm going into this situation where like I'm gonna find somebody, we click, we cool, we chill, we, you know what I mean, we hump, whatever the case may be, and we vibe. If that happens, whatever. So that happened. I found somebody. He's my little shorty and whatever, and we was chilling, whatever, and feelings got involved. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all cool. So it took me a while, because it took me a while to really like break down and just like, okay, so this and third. The funniest thing about the whole situation is that he knew I had a kid, but then like every time we chill, he never seen my kid. So he was like, yo, do you even got custody of your kid? It was so what? Yes, it was so funny because like I was that discreet. Like, you know, I got a kid. That's all you need to know. You don't need to see him. You don't need to meet him. You don't need to cross paths with him. None of that. So then I'm like, yeah, I got custody of my kid. Like, it's just like this part of my life don't have nothing to do with that part of my life until, you know, we get into that part of my life.
right.
But yes. Oh,
We got some comments.
Yeah, let's go to the comments. I'm going to mute for 2 seconds.
Lisa said, it's actually been the best 3 years for me. I know that's right. 3 years, girl. I know that's right. My kids, Ebony says, my kids are older, 22 and 17, and I still feel weird. They've only met one man that I've dated off and on for years. I'm tired of showing respect. Like, why do I have to leave when I want to, you know? Girl, especially when they're older, like, come on, y'all know what, y'all know now. Like,
right. Y'all know what
but I do get it. Like, it's a respect thing because sometimes things get a little crazy, you know? So you don't want your kids, your kids, especially boys. Like, I could see a son hearing something at a certain age, 22, and be like, all right, like,
right,
I'm gonna have to take that down the street. Like, like I can understand it. I definitely, but then again, like, you the mom, like, we the parents.
But this is a great thing too. So when do y'all think is a great time to introduce the kids to your new fellow?
Right.
Or new mate, or, you know?
What do you guys think? I don't know. I say definitely not right away. That's number one. You have to definitely get to know somebody. I think I wouldn't introduce somebody to my children for a while. I have to like kind of get into an argument with you. I need to have like a little fallout with you. I need to see where you are on every aspect before I would want to introduce you to my children. And we would have to be on a serious note because I wouldn't want you to just come around and then disappear when me and you not cool no more. And then next thing you know, the kids got a bond with you and they like, where Mr. Charles at? Like,
I agree.
Y'all done left us. He done left us, y'all.
I agree. I think, you know, they be like, oh, probably 6. A lot of people say like 6 months. For me, it probably would be like 8 months to a year. You know, maybe a year for me. Like, I got to really see with his head and where it's going. And then, you know, it's a lot of people out here that's just weird and crazy. Yeah, I don't got time for all that. I got to fill you out first before I introduce you to my kids.
Right, right.
So, all right. So when I was messing around, I never nobody ever met my kid. But the last guy I was dealing with and whatever, he did meet my kid, and I feel as though the only reason why he met my kid was because I felt like I. All right, give me 1 second, okay? All right. Dean, what happened? Oh yeah, because I already knew him. Like I knew who he was, like back in the day. But then the real thing is, like, we really don't know each other, especially if we knew them growing up. So you gotta get to know each other. But he's always been good people. You feel what I'm saying? So I know he always meant well. So he met Kai probably like 2 months, probably 3 months into us. And it wasn't even like, I don't know, I didn't prepare it. You know what I mean? It just happened.
It just happened.
Right.
I mean, that's a little different if you already knew somebody, but then, like you said, like people change too over the years. Like I would have to relearn.
I need to know what you was doing over the years. I need to know if you went to jail and what you went to jail for, because you know people be crazy these days. Like I watch too much TV, so.
And then your kids get so used to their dad. It's like, dang, all they know is their father. I don't want to, introduce them to those. It would really take a while for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that though. Like even with like my the last person I was talking to him, whatever, it was just like, but my dad, you know what I mean? Like when me and him was talk, but Mom, what about my dad? Like he loved his dad. You know what I mean? Like it was always a conversation about his dad, but then at the end of the day, also plays a part in like moving in separate places from the other parent. You know what I mean? If y'all started off your family in the same house. So with that, like before I even started dating, I had to find myself. Like, let's make that clear. I found I mingled a little bit and then I stopped mingling and I just focused on me for a long time. For like probably, all right, give me 2 seconds, bro. And I focused on myself for like a couple months. And then when I decided that, like, okay, I'm ready to start like dating people. So then I talked to my son. I said, listen, mommy and daddy isn't one no more. Like, you're gonna go to daddy house, you're gonna go to mommy house. Like, people don't feel as though you gotta explain that to kids, but I explained that to my son. You understand what I'm saying?
Because it's a transition.
Exactly. And I let him explain to me as much as he understands and he knows. So when it came to that, he knows like that's mom, that's dad, and like, you know what I mean? He never, you know what I mean? It took him a while to even, loosen up to the new guy. I didn't expect them to be friends or anything. You understand what I'm saying? And it, like, just because they seen each other, it wasn't like, oh, every time you come over, y'all gonna hang out. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just like, this is his house, like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
And before I introduce you to my kids, I need to know if you like kids, if you don't like kids. Like it's a lot that comes.
I need to know if you have kids, and I need to know the type of parent that you are, to your children as well. Because, a lot of the times, a lot of women, I've seen so many posts and memes about, oh, a guy taking care of their stepchildren better than they take care of their real children, and I think that's a disgusting thing. But, yeah, I need to know the type of parent you are. I don't want you to tell me that you and your baby mother good co-parents, and then next thing you know, she inboxing me 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the line, like, can you please tell Mr. Charles to come get his son? And I'm like, wait, I thought you just had a little Roscoe, last week. Like, what's you talking about? But we have a comment.
Yeah.
Deborah says, is it okay to not introduce them at all during the dating stage? Like, is that a must in a relationship to know each other's kids? No, it's not mandatory to introduce your kids at all. No. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to display your kids to any damn body.
Right.
What you feel comfortable with and where you see the relationship going. Because I think after a while you could kind of tell, like, all right, I think this guy's just going to be around for a little bit, or I really like this person. I think I could kick it with him for the long term. Right. It all depends on the person, your relationship, and ultimately your kids, because some kids might not want to meet the guy. They might be like, I'm good on that, depending on their age. Like,
realistically, I'm more than positive. Like, once I decide to go, start dating or whatever the situation, wherever the universe takes me, I'm more than positive my son probably won't meet nobody else.
Right.
So it really depends on you and like you as a person, like you said.
You definitely, Shahira says,
Shahira.
I think you should let the person know from the door that you have kids when you start dating. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think that you should let them know that you have children, because they might have what if they don't have children? So they don't understand a mother's schedule, a schedule of a mother with children.
Mm-hmm.
So they think y'all going to be kicking it all the time, or on the phone all the time, or they coming over. You got to make sure you have somebody who's going to respect your space and your children's space, and respect the fact that you may not want to intertwine those spaces just yet.
Right.
You know, so definitely let the people know from the beginning. Pookie, you say, I don't think I agree. What do you not agree on? Comment so we can know. What do you not agree on?
Yeah, but like far as like, and that's another thing with bringing everybody you date into your house. Your comfort zone is your kid's comfort zone, and like our house is a sacred space. So I can't bring somebody that like is going to interrupt our space, because that is his space as well. So yes, that's another big thing too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. And it's so crazy because like when you date, that was mistake.
Oh, that was a typo. Okay.
I thought you was talking to Deborah too.
Oh, Pookie. No, Ivory Land. I'm sorry. Let me use governments on here. I'm sorry.
But I be hearing stories too. Guys be lying about how many kids they got. I ain't got time for none of that. Like, it just be too much.
No adult should be lying. I really don't. I like if you're an adult. I mean, I feel as though you learned a little bit. You know what I mean? Even though your age say you're an adult and mentally you're not acting like an adult, but realistically, why are you lying, bro? Like,
right?
I really hate it grinds my gears to be a liar. Like, just be so grown. What are you lying for?
For real.
For sure.
Yeah, but it is a lot of cycles out there right now, and that's another thing. Like, I don't have time for that. So how do y'all feel about the people who are in situations where, in situations where their new mate don't like their children? Like they met the kids, they've been together for a while now, they've been around the kids for a while now, both sets of kids. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, so if your significant other didn't like your child,
or your child didn't like your significant other.
Yeah, vice versa. But kids are mean to be.
No, kids be knowing.
No, they do be knowing because kids pick up on vibes. Absolutely. Let me rephrase that. Kids do pick up on vibes because mine is one of them, and I'm going off of whatever vibe he going off of.
This topic right here, baby.
I think
I'm not.
If you do not like my child, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. That goes for my mate, a friend, family, whoever. You don't like my children, you don't like me. Period.
Right.
But you have
says, do you leave or try to get the kids to like him? Now, in this situation, it could be very tricky because it could not be the person, but your kids just not wanting to get the fact that you're dating somebody and that you have somebody. So it's tricky when it comes to that. You know, like if you know your child before anyone. So if you feel as though your child is just being, you know, rude or, you know, nonchalant to the person because of their personal feelings about you dating and not who you're dating, then that's one thing.
Yeah, that's something different.
You have to sit down and talk to your kid like, listen, you know, I'm an adult. This person is not harming you, disrespecting you, or anything of that nature. And this is what it's going to be.
Right.
If I really felt like something was wrong, then of course they'll be out the door with no questions asked. But some kids just, because my cousin was like that. My aunt, she had a boyfriend for a long time, and my cousin never liked him. And this was the first guy her mom dated after her father and her mother divorced. And she would just be so rude to this man. Like, I remember the last time before he broke up with my aunt, she attacked him and like physically attacked him. He had a bald head. She scratched his head up. His head was all bleeding. She called the cops. She called DYFS. Like he attacked. Like, it was just a lot. So, you know, you got some kids that just be like, the kids from hell. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm.
And listen to your kids. Sometimes parents don't want to listen to their children. Listen to your kids and figure out why they don't like this person. Don't be so quick to brush them off because you like the person. Listen to your kids.
Yeah, for
There are a
sure.
lot of people that don't even care about their kids' feelings.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even outside of a relationship. Some people don't
Mm-hmm.
even, like, I ask my kid every single day, how you doing? How's your day? Like, good, bad. You know what I mean? Because kids are just little humans with lots of feelings. They don't know how to express them. But, like, once you try to talk to them, they find ways to express them. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. I don't know. So, how do y'all feel about the whole, because I don't want to say it's like a debate, but it's kind of a topic of having a family, like raising a 2-family household compared to being a single parent, and people feeling as though a single parent is unstable because they can't, I guess maintain a 2-parent household, if I'm saying that right. I don't know. But you get that concept of what I'm saying, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
I think that before two people decide that they are going to split up in a home, that they've been taking care of things together for so long, that it should be a conversation had, because there's usually one person that is making more than the other, or maybe two people that are making the same. So if we split, we both gonna probably struggle, or I might be struggling, you might be okay. So I think that it's a conversation that needs to be had. I don't think the split should be abrupt. Like, I'm a firm believer that people could have healthy communication. Like, some people just can't, but people who know how to communicate, they know how to communicate. Like, if we don't want to be together no more, all right, that's fine. So now we got to talk about moving forward. What are we going to do? Because I can't take care of this and you can't take care of that. So are you going to give me time to do this and I'm going to give you time to do that? Or are we going to try to save on our own so that when it's time to split, we can have something? I think that to do it the right way so the kids don't suffer, or there's not a big shift in the household, that is no reason to not do it the right way, or to be responsible with it, or to be mature about it. Because a lot of people break up and they just pack their shit and go, like, not thinking about the bills or the responsibility part of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the responsibility part of it is always going to be there. You're going to have to pay bills whether you're in a relationship or not. You're an adult. You got to take care of yourself. But a lot of the times the moms be needing the most help, because now when dad leaves, 9 times out of 10, kids are staying with mom. So mom gonna need extra help when you might been picking up the kids from school. Now she got to find somebody to do it, or she got to figure everything out with certain things on her own when you were here and it was easier for the both of y'all. It was working. Right. So I definitely think that a conversation should be had and things should be done maturely.
I agree.
So the reason why I brought up this conversation, because, like, realistically, like, I want to filter some of the things I say, but in all reality, like, this is our reality show. You understand what I'm saying? So I want our people to know us to a certain extent. So realistically, like, I'm in a situation whereas though, like, me and my child's father, we're not together anymore. He's a great father. Let's make that clear. Like, he does his thing, but now it comes down to, like, certain things. Like, I have him more now because he goes to school, he does this, he does this, he does that. But so the only reason why I bring this up, like, way off cue, is because it just happened today and it threw me off, because I was telling him, like, okay, hey, so, like, I feel as though once a week you should give me this amount of money, and it's not true, and it's for our kid. You understand what I'm saying? So he feels as though, like, oh, I don't think I should do that, because, like, when he comes to my house, I'm still doing this, that, and third. So he goes to his dad's house every weekend. So I'm really in a dilemma, whereas that, like, he takes our child every weekend. He does things with him every weekend. But in the same token, like, it comes down to the point where, like, during the week, I go, like, now I'm working, which is good because I work while Kai's in school, but I'm going to school. You know what I mean? But, like, you're not really helping out during the week. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm asking for financial help and it is literally the bare minimum. It shouldn't be an issue. That's just that's just my opinion. But he feels as though if he's financially taking care of his home and doing what he got to do for our child in his home, he shouldn't have to give me anything.
For 8, because he gets 8 days out of the month.
Yep.
Like I don't agree with that. I think that's absurd. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you guys were living together, you know what it takes. You know how this goes. You were here. Like, we've been doing this together since we had the child. So why is our things, becoming different now?
Right.
Doing something with a child on the weekend is not. I'm not gonna knock him for having his child on the weekend doing stuff. He's doing what he's supposed to do, but the 2 days don't compare to the 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wearing these sneakers 5 days a week. I'm washing these clothes once a week, and I'm preparing this all week. And you get the weekend where he don't have to go to school, where you don't have to worry about picking him up, where you don't have to worry about, making sure, it's just certain things.
Right.
Things are a little bit easier. They're a little more lenient. Like,
right. So I see a comment, and it's like, it says, so all right, let me make this clear. Let me clear this up. It's not that it's financially that I can't do what I got to do for myself financially. It's time, and basically, yes, time. That will be time where I need somebody to keep my child when I go to school, stuff like that. So it's not a financial thing, more so. You feel what I'm saying? It's more of a, hey, I need somebody to keep my child while I go to school from 6:30 to 10:30, or you know what I mean? So it's because, like, anybody who know me, I'm gonna make shit happen. Period.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what the situation is, Shona gonna make shit happen. So it's not just a financial thing. It's more of a time thing. Like, if you have a schedule that will allow you where you could pick up our child after school and I could work more hours and do stuff like that, that would be awesome. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just not like a money situation.
Right. You can't get that
Let's
time
go to the comment.
back. Yeah,
you can't.
Deborah says you can't get that time back, so you're asking him to compensate financially. That's fair. And it's that makes some sense.
In a sense, yeah.
In a sense that makes some sense. We have Adrian. Adrian says, in my situation, I've learned to never be in a position where no matter what, you can't hold it down on your own if anything were to happen. That is an actual fact.
Right.
But it's just the reality that, especially now, some people are in that situation. I'm going to speak for myself personally.
That's why I don't even like touching on these subjects, because we could go back and forth all day, because we all know my situation. So
right. Some people are in that situation where if something were to happen tomorrow, you can't take care of everything on your own. Like, for me and my children's father, like, we've been dating since we were 23. He's 32, I'm 31. We have 2 children together, and he's been helping me take care of my daughter since she was 3. So growing from that young age of 23, we got our first apartment. Everything was together, right? So as we're growing together and we're figuring out what works for us in our household for the children, I've always been the one to kind of take the back burner when it comes to positions to get you ahead. I've kind of settled for things that I was able to do while I allow him to do what he had to do to get us where we had to be. Like, right now, I don't have to go to work. Like, I want to go to work. Like, it's not that I don't.
Right.
I'm going to lose everything today because there's somebody else here who can take care of things. But in that same breath, it does make me uncomfortable as a woman and a mother, because I'm always used to working. Even if it's something I don't want to do, is something to bring in something for me, like you guys say, in case something was to happen and I had to do it by myself. So it's easier said than done sometimes. You know, situations happen, COVID happened, you know, sometimes, sorry, they bugging in there. Sometimes you like your situation, Ranisha, you guys did what was best for your family. And you guys made that decision as husband and wife, you know, for you to be home. And when you were ready to get back out there, you got back out there. But if, you know, in a sense that something was to happen, you got to get back out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no game plan to it. It ain't no manual. It's just,
you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you have to do. And some people just make it seem like it's just so like easy. Some of us wasn't taught that. You know what I'm saying? Some women wasn't taught that. Some, like, you don't know what people was taught.
Right.
But, you know.
Okay, so another comment. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So it's from Emmy. It says, so what if the guy wants to have his kid all week and you take him on a weekend? Does that help? This situation, I see both ways. Okay. If the shoe, so basically you're saying if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you react? I would expect, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would expect exactly, what I'm expecting, I would do if the shoe was on the other foot. So if I had more time to work more hours and do all this, and you had the child way more, and I didn't have the child, I didn't have the child as much, and you come to me and be like, hey, like, I feel as though I had the child this much more time, so, like, can you financially help me with this at this point? Because this is happening. And if I would give it to him. I would. I'm never stingy with money because at the same time, I'm going to, you know what I mean? This is our child. I want what's best for you. It's weird because, like, I want what's best for my child. And if you're not good, our child not good. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, and vice versa, I will do the same thing.
I just think it's weird that we even have to touch on a subject of talking to each other about financially helping with the children, because my nigga, like, these are kids. Like, right. You know, like, what is the big deal? If you got it to spare, if you could do it, why not do it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure people not asking for $800 a week, right? $1,000 a week. You know, it'd be little stuff like Uber fare or sneakers or, you know, school pictures or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, and then people think
because, minimum, and it'd be a problem. And that's what I don't understand. Like,
so if you're able to,
we gotta do it regardless.
Right.
So why does the next person get the option to say if they like, if they can or can't?
We're equal parents. Like, no matter who got the more, emotional. And I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, for people who could hold it down, right? So just because you hold it down, and
you shouldn't have to all the time. I don't care what nobody says.
You mean to tell me you still shouldn't need that help? Like, you still don't?
It ain't nobody walking this earth. Ain't no woman on this podcast right now that's holding everything down in her house and it's a breeze. You still need help, and you still getting help some way, shape, or form. That's not a fact. That's a fact what I just said. Like, let's be real. Like, even if you can do it, you don't want to do everything by yourself. You would love to have that real help. Right. Like everybody don't have the ability to do it on their own. Everybody don't have the ability to have somebody who could do it for them.
Right. And everybody,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Like,
because realistically,
no, baby, I'm not yelling at you. I'm not yelling at you. She said not you, but in general. I'm just, that's how I get when I'm talking about stuff.
Because it's a touchy topic for anybody. A touchy topic for anybody, because, like, realistically, like, you have people feeling like, oh, I want to be established. First of all, I didn't expect to have no kid. You feel me? I had my kid at 25. You understand what I'm saying? even with me having my kid at 25, already at that point, then went to school. I went to school for culinary. I'm on my second degree right now. Like, so you can have your life established, you can do all this, but realistically, things happen. Things happen that you don't expect to happen. So you have to reevaluate things. You understand?
Yeah,
so even if it's planned, not planned, unplanned, all I'm saying is this is just as much of my child as it is your child, and it's okay to help out sometimes, like, and just
without having to be asked to.
Exactly.
Without even having to be an act. Like, why should you have to ask for help? Like,
yeah,
is it not common sense that we have children and they still need to be taken care of whether we're together or not? Because it's no telling, like, while one parent is old, like both parents living alone now. While one parent is over here busting ass and struggling, the other parent over here could be possibly stacking, because now that you're not in the household, you done fell back with responsibility a little bit. So now you able to kind of just move a little different with your bag. Right. You know what I'm saying? And here the other parent is over here trying to make it happen the best way that she can. So when you gotta go to the other parent and ask for help just to get the runaround, that shit is offensive as hell. Like, I'm offended. And I'm not even in a situation. Like, I'm offended because at the end of the day, if you was here, we wouldn't have to go through this. Like, we wouldn't have to go through this.
Right.
I had Nyla when I was 19, right? And I was just like, you know what? I'm about to have a baby. Like, I that's what it was. Like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But my mother was like, well, if this is what you're going to do, this is what you're going to do. Like, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do this. She made me go to school. I went to school. I graduated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did what I had to do. And I'll never forget a conversation that I had with a relative of hers. It wasn't even really a conversation, but I was going to UCC at the time. And I was sitting outside and I was doing my homework. And this relative came behind me and was like, you know, I don't know what you're doing that homework for. Like, you about to have a baby. Look at how old you are. You ain't never going to be shit. And I was like, damn, like, is that really what people think? You know what I'm saying? And me and my child's father haven't been together ever. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's just, and then it comes like the subject that we're talking about. When you have that help and you have that support system, I wasn't chasing nobody around to do nothing. I had a couple of moments where I got pissed off and I got overwhelmed and I just dropped the baby off in front of I'm bringing your child, dropped the baby off, got back in my car, waited for somebody to open the door, and I pulled off because I felt like that's the only way that I'm going to get you to give me the help that I need, which wasn't money, but it was time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like 13 years later, because she'll be 13 this month. I never asked for nothing. I never put no paperwork on you. Like, I don't expect anything because I never had to, because I had my mother and I had my other children's father. So some people just blessed that way. But when you're not, what do? You just let the other parent get it easy? No.
Right, but let's make this clear. My support system is so strong and so dope and so, like, they are amazing. My sister traveled from Jersey every single week to come keep my child for 2 days. Like, I'm definitely gonna make that clear for 2 seconds. All right, go over there. Every time. But yeah, then play it later. But
that's mommy.
But yes, all right, let's get to the comments because they're acting up in these comments. They got a lot to say over here today. I'm just saying.
Let's see. Let me scroll back up because I was talking. You know, I started talking. I don't know how to shut up.
I know, because this is a really good, I mean, like a really deep topic because people don't want to speak on it.
Emmy says, I feel like asking for money and asking for the item is two big differences.
It is.
Let me keep it a buck.
Yeah, you go.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. If y'all feel like, and a lot of people feel this way, I'm just not one of them people that feel this way. If y'all feel as though we gonna have a child together, we gonna break up, you gonna live where you live, and I'm gonna live where I live, and I need something done, and I'm not gonna come ask you for the help, you got me effed up. Whether it be for a light bill or whether it be for a pair of socks for the child. Money and items are two different things. But what if you need a light bill paid because you just use your whole check to pay for daycare?
Right.
So you're not going to go to the father of your child and say, listen, like, I just had to pay for such and such daycare, so you think you can help me out with my light bill this month? Or that's totally different than saying, oh, Tobias needs some pull-ups. Can you get a box, or can you cash at me $30 so I can get a box of pull-ups? Mm-hmm. Like, it may not always be for the child, but in the end, it's for the child because the child can't live in a house with no lights. Right. Like, a lot of y'all can't let these niggas slide. Like,
and that's the
like, come on, like, life happens. Life happens. Things happen. People need help. Yeah, that's why I'm so big on ending things maturely and healthy, because when things do happen, I still want to know that I have you to lean on as well as you have me to lean on.
Exactly.
Because we're still a family, whether we live in a household or not.
Right.
A lot of people pride getting in the way.
Right.
A lot of people pride is getting in the way. That's why they saying, oh, I'm not asking this person for nothing. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. It's all about pride. Like,
listen, at the end of the day, you knew who I was. Oh, you knew who I was before we had a child. You knew how it was going to be when we had a child. Things happen. Like, I've always been a strong individual. You understand what I'm saying? And like most women are, like, and when you do have a child, you do become even more strong. But at the end of the day, we had this child together, bro. Like, and it's not, I'm not even throwing shade towards nobody. It's just, we had this child together. So if I come to you and be like, oh, hey, so like, I need to go on a field trip this week and I can't pay for it because I just paid for all our bills. Like, you, like, it shouldn't be a disagreement or argument. I think about it. I got to see what I got. Here you go. You understand what I'm saying? Because if the shoe was on the other foot and you was a full-time parent and you came to me, I don't care if I got to rob Peter to pay Paul. He got to go on a trip. I'm paying for the trip. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where men fail to me. I don't even want to debate this, but that, like, most men fail to realize that, like, we're not coming to you because, like, we can't do it or we don't want to do it. We coming to you because we really need to at this point. You understand what I'm saying? And like pride, like Niche said, pride do get in the way of a lot of situations. But at the end of the day, like, when it comes to my child, forget this pride, forget anything. I gotta do what's best for my child. So if I
let me go back, let me go to Emmy, because Emmy got a answer for everything. Let me tell you something, Emmy. Empress. Okay. If me and Wade were to break up tomorrow, my ultimate goal after that breakup, it would be for us to be the best friends we could be so that we could be the best parents that we could be. Because when the parents are feuding, whether in the house or outside of the house, the kids are affected because it becomes weird. Mm-hmm. Right. If Wade and me was to break up and he was moving by himself and he was helping with his kids and being consistent like he is when he is in the house, mm-hmm. and he needed money for his car or his lights or his cable, or just because he paid his rent, he don't have nothing, and he come to me and he's doing what he's supposed to do by his kids as well as helping me in our house for our kids, why mm-hmm. would I not want to be there for him and help him?
Right.
If he needed, if he needed, am I still going to be able to call on you? Because at the end of the day, my kids coming to your house just like they coming here.
Right.
I want your house to be up here too, because I want my kids to be comfortable everywhere they go.
Right.
Exactly.
That's how I am too. Like if my son got to be over there and you need food or whatever the case may be, you need gas to get to your house from my house, I'm going to give you gas money. I'm going to give you food. And that's just me being a good person, because if you're good, our child good. If I'm good, our child good. So at the end of the day, like you said, I'd rather us be friends. And even if we can't be friends and put labels on shit, I want us to be in a situation where, like, if I call you today because some shit had happened, you right there. Because if anything happened, nobody got our kid like we got
but
our
each
kids.
other.
Right.
But each other.
Right.
Okay, Emmy now says, yes, so take care of the child together. Emmy, what type of baby father you got? Because girl, you got an answer for every question, girl. I'm trying to figure out we about to add her on this live. Because
at this point,
said,
like Jaquella said, so you would want your kids sit in the dark? I'm confused.
No, absolutely not. And everybody is not in the position to take care of their child together, which is why we go back to why we said that before you split, it should be a conversation had to where y'all gonna allow each other to both get where y'all need to be before y'all just kick each other to the curb. I know somebody who gave the father of their child time to stack their bread before they even made the nigga get out. Like I gave you an opportunity to get on your feet before I said, okay, yes, you. I ain't want to say all that because I don't know what's going on in the comments right now, but it is like just gave her baby father time to stack bread, to find job, to do what he had to do. So when he did go out there, he could be good. Because if your child father not good and if your child mother not good, your kid's not good. That's just the facts of it. Because if one of the other died tomorrow, everything gonna be on one person.
Right.
Period.
Like, so it's come on, like it's just the truth. Some fathers have it easy. Some fathers have it easy. Some fathers get the option to just say what they are going to do and what they're not going to do. And it's supposed to just be accepted, while the mother is supposed to be over here struggling and to make it happen regardless. Sometimes you don't even get a reason why the things can't be done. It's just a no.
Right.
It's unacceptable. As a parent, I'm not talking about relationship wise. As a parent, it's unacceptable. You have a responsibility to your child, not the person that you had the child with necessarily, but the responsibility is to your child always. And if you are really responsible and really love your child, you're going to want to see your child's mother or your child's father doing good, because that means your child is always going to be good, let alone you pass away and die tomorrow.
Right.
Exactly. So why should Shauna help him if she gave him constant chances? Like, y'all looking at it one way. I thought we was talking about him helping Shauna. We talking about you helping him. I don't want to make this about Tyree. It's getting too personal. Ooh, look.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm not making it about anybody. I'm just saying, like, if I come to you. Like, I just was talking about my situation. If I come to you and ask you for help, it shouldn't be if I can see what I have, I need to do what I need to do, or whatever the case may be. That's it. That's all. We're going to dead it from my situation.
Done. And it's 8:03.
Like, they can get a couple more minutes. We just can put it on the front.
And it wasn't never about you helping him. Somebody asked you a question, which I think was her, and you were just saying if it was reversed, but it wasn't never about you helping him.
Yeah, no.
It definitely wasn't. It's about asking for help, whether it be financially or whether it be physically, and not being able to get it when you need it. That's
anybody, any parent, not just my situation, just in general.
In general. We're talking in general. Because I be needing help too, and I got a whole person in the house with me. So y'all see me, I come on here talk about how I want to go back to work and how I want to do this and how I want to do that. And I can't, because I'm responsible for the three. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I always, like I said, took the back burner and allowed for the father to get himself where he needs to be. So now he's straight and his schedule is so crazy that it doesn't allow me time to get me where I need to be, which I should be where I want to be, because I'm about to be 32 years old. So that's where my focus is right now. Because when I get back to work, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not making this sacrifice no more. It's gonna be both of us. You get what I'm saying? One person sacrifices a little bit more than the other sometimes. And it doesn't always come in the next person's favor.
The mom is the one who takes the sacrifices. Like, and I was just watching the show the other day, and like they made a perfect point of like when men have kids, they are congratulated. They do this, they do that. They don't have to miss out on hours. They don't have to miss out on shit. But when women have kids, I mean, first of all, we got to beg for time off. We have to beg to get maternity leave. And that's just the beginning. So let alone when we have the kid, you're not even, like when I was a cook and whatever, and I was working in kitchens and whatever, they was like, oh, you're a woman. So, you know, at some point you're going to leave the kitchen. So you're not going to, you know, you're not going to be here this long, but that's in any profession. That's why I'm so happy that like women are coming more to the forefront and doing more things. I seen a woman me a garbage woman. Yeah, the other day. And I was super excited. You feel me? When I see women like going, so yes, we can have kids and do all these other things, but all we saying is just meet us halfway. That's it. Like, I mean,
what about the women that's never mind. That's another subject. That's another day.
they done got us here now because now
I'm here.
Yeah,
now I'm not till 8:30.
We talking about when the man leave the household. You have a lot of women that got a man in the household that still ain't doing nothing for the kids in the household.
Come home and just add to being a kid. Like now you got 4 kids or 4 kids or 3 kids. Like
you live there, you sleep there, you take a shower there, you shit there, you're fucking there, and you don't take care of your kids. Stop laying up with those two.
Yeah, like meet me halfway, brother. Because
it's a lot. These subjects can touch a lot of other subjects. Like we gotta
these are the subjects.
Or talk about how. What if the mom just decided to get up and leave one day and not want to be a mom no more?
Woo, now you're a bad mom.
I'm saying? What if I just have a nervous breakdown one day because this is my life and I'm coming to the realization that I feel like I can't get myself from this place. And I just decide that in order for me to get myself from this place, I need to start from scratch. I'm going to pack my bags and I'm going to leave because this is just too much for me. I can't do this. This is hard. It's not fair. This is that. So I'm going to get my shit and I'm going to go and I'm going to let you figure it out. I'm not going to call my kids. I'm not going to worry about my kids. I'm not going to ask if my kids need anything. I'm not going to do any of that. And I'm really talking in general right now, so I don't want nobody to be offended by what I'm saying. But listen, it happens. What if a mother did that?
Yep.
Right.
You would be all oh, you ain't got your kids, or you got a DYFS case. Oh, you a bad mom, or you a deadbeat mom. Like, you this, you that. Let's normalize moms being able to back up sometimes too. Yes. Because it's not fair that we always have to wear the weight of the children on top of everything else on our shoulders. It gets very, very, very heavy.
Very, very overwhelming. This is a little personal, but like over the summer, I went through a little depression, whatever the case may be. I went to the father of my child, sat him down, and I said, "Hey, listen, if it comes down to it, like I'm in this mind space right now. I feel as though that I need to step back from being a mom, whatever. What is your outtake on it?" He said, "Well, just let me know, and I got to do what I got to do." And that's what he said, and I respected it. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't judge me. He didn't say anything about it. You feel me? Like it was like he like, and that's why I fuck with him different. You feel what I'm saying? Because like some people understand it and some people don't. But like it's okay for moms to say, "Hey, I need a break." Because we do need breaks. This shit get overwhelming because they give us we have our kids with no handbook. Like we going through 1,000 emotions, and I don't care what nobody say. When you have a kid, you get this new emotion. Because like after I pushed my son out, and like it was like this new emotion that was like ding, and I'm like, okay, what is that? I didn't learn about it. It's worry. It's a whole bunch of things. So it's okay if you need to step back for a little bit. That's why it's okay for you to go out and hang out with your girls and have you time. It's okay for you to go on a date, or it's okay for you to just sit in the house and have quiet time. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's okay. We're not bad moms. It doesn't you don't have to label us just because we need a break.
We're human. We're human. You're still human. You weren't put on this earth to just be a mother. Like, you're still a person. You're still an individual outside of mommy. And that's what a lot of people, especially men, fail to realize. I think that the stigma is still around that women are supposed to be this person, you know, and women are like, we're supposed to cook, we're supposed to clean, we're supposed to do laundry, we're supposed to be the teacher, we're supposed to be the nurse, we're supposed to be the doctor, we're supposed to be the chef, we're supposed to be the cleaner, we're supposed to be the chauffeur, we're supposed to be everything.
Right.
Yeah, the list goes
And
on.
still go to work and still try to worry about yourself. And still, like, there's not even a whole 24 hours in a day because you're not up for 24 hours. That little bit of time in a day where you have to do all of that and you don't get time to just stop and breathe,
right.
unless you're sleeping, is not normal. And that's why everybody's walking around depressed.
Right, and that's why when you go take that quick piss and you in there like trying to woosah quick before you like wipe, flush, wash your hands, and then go be a mom again. And then it's crazy because like once you actually like do your whole day, you work, you do this, and even to the women who like go running their own business, salute you, congratulations, I'm proud of all y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Like you still got to come home and do that. You mean take care of your kids, get ready for school, do all this, do all that. And realistically, it's not even just a single parent. You feel me? Like you have dad in the next room chilling with his feet up, eating dinner, and you're still doing all that. You understand what I'm saying? So when it's time to go to bed, you want to go to bed. So it weighs like this. Like I want to go to sleep, but I really need some me time. Like a couple of people said in the comments, it's very, very mandatory. Like it's very, very mandatory.
Yes. And Deborah said, and we still feel guilty while we out. I used to definitely feel guilty while we out. Especially sometimes now, because now when I don't, you know, when I go out, like I'm out. You feel me? And then
when I go out, I'm
like,
showing
I don't feel guilty no more.
They be like, where you going? Like, why? Where you going? Like, as soon as they see me put a wig on, Mommy, where you going?
My kids be like, you going with your friends?
You going to Walmart? No, like I ain't going to Walmart today. How about that? Right. I'm going out. Right. I'm going to do grown-up things. Right. You know, because even the children be checking you like, where you think you ain't supposed to be doing stuff?
You can't do nothing. These kids check you first. They kind of like, so where you going? So who you going with? So what I've been doing, like I do girls' night. It's not even like a girls' night. Like I have friends come over, they have a play date with the kids, and then we just go and unwind. You know, I do it probably like twice a month, once a week. You know what I mean? Because we need that time because it's so overwhelming after a while. And like I've been in a deep depression. I've been like to the point where like I didn't want to get out of bed. I don't want to be there no more. You understand what I'm saying? So if like you need to make time for yourself, like listen, I go grocery shopping sometimes. Grocery shopping is exciting for me. Like
going to the store by yourself is just a blessing.
Yes. Like I walk around that bitch with my cart full. I don't need nothing else. I'm just doing it because I got time. Because this is me. Like that's why when these kids was in school, I'm like, yo, so this is what it feel like going, like having a kid go to school the whole day. Because when Kai went to preschool, he's in school for half a day. So I'm like, if this is what it feel like going the whole day, I like this.
Right.
Time is precious. Time is precious. Yes. Personal time is precious. Even if it's just you taking the bath in the bath when everybody go to sleep and just laying in the dark. Like personal time is important and is precious. And I don't think that we as women get enough of it because this is what we're supposed to do. This is what
obligated
to we are not supposed to need this. This is you wanted to have kids. This is what you asked for. Type of like that's what people think. And
I don't like that.
I'm a great mom. You're a great mom, and you're a great mom.
Thank you.
But we need a break. Like, we need a break. Normalize that. I wish it was more men watching this because they're the ones who need to hear this.
Yeah.
Normalize that.
Like and share, everybody.
Yeah, I'm very appreciative to get my weekends off because it definitely come in handy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just sit in the house with the lights off and just breathe and just woosah, and I don't even be doing nothing. I just sit on the couch doing homework and that works. Like
and it's peaceful, it's quiet, it's you don't have any responsibility. Last night, Friday when so Thursday when Tobias stayed with his aunt so he'd go on his field trip. I was like, I slept so good. Like I slept so good. Like my son be literally in my back. Like I have a king size bed. He'll be like over there, and he still scoot his way, and he be hugging on my ear, and he be rubbing on my face, and I just be sitting there like, go to sleep, like, and it just, and that's what he needs to do. Then that's cool, but the woman, the person in me, Sabrina, is annoyed. Some days you just want to get in the bed and just go to sleep. Like,
no, but boys are clingy. Like, if you're a boy mom, like, no funny. Like, if you're a boy mom, boys are way, like, it's a different type of clingy. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Before I got on tonight, my son was on my hip. Like, literally, he's like, Mom, hold me. I'm like, okay. So now we like chilling, we doing this. He's like, and like he'll come like, I love you, and I love that affection. Don't get me wrong. I want my son to be very affectionate. I want him to cry. I want him to do all this other stuff. But like, let me breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I definitely get it because I don't see him after I drop him off in the morning, and so I take that affectionate. But right. Boys are different kind of clingy.
Y'all told me they was, and at first it was very cute, and it's still very cute. Like when you walk in the door and they embrace you, and my son be like, "Oh, mommy, I like your ears," like, and then he come and he touch my ears. I don't know where this came from. It's just something that started recently with the ears. I don't know if anybody else has went through this phase. I hope it's a phase. They embrace you. They love you. It's a different type of love. You know what I'm saying? I love it, but it's very overbearing sometimes. Right. Like, it could be a bit much. Like,
I be missing Kai. I be like, come on, Kai. Like, he'll be sleeping in his bed, and I'm like, come sleep in my bed, because he always like playing with my belly and stuff. And I like, like Tobias is with your ear. That's how he is with my belly, and I'm cool with that. And I definitely embrace it. I love it. Like, sometimes I'll be like, all right, come sleep next to mom. But like him sleeping next to mom is like literally like him right under the boob. Like, okay, babe, come on, I got you.
Yeah, like definitely.
At one point, he was holding me like he was my guy.
Yeah.
Arm around waist.
I think David be feeling some type of way. I'll be like,
that's definitely be feeling some type of way. Tobias and his father, they got into a whole argument like 2 nights ago about it. Like, he like, dang, like, get off of her, bro. He like, this my mommy. Right. Like, oh, that's my girlfriend. He like, this my mommy. Like,
right, like
talking about like that girlfriend right stuff now. Don't matter. This my mom. Like, what are you talking about? It's just when they get older, they get worse. Child, look, don't say that.
Right, let's hit the comments. They are acting up in the comments, and I love it.
Saying that it get older. It gets worse when they get older.
But I know whoever, yes, Ray Simone said that, yes, girl. Because for some reason, I keep falling for these like mama's boys, and like I'm 30. Like, I don't want no mama's boys.
I don't want no mama's boy. I want a man who know how to respect the boundaries.
They know how to separate the two.
Separate.
I want all that. I want all of it.
I want all that. I want you to separate and be like, listen, mom, I love you. This, that, and third, but this is my, this my girl, whatever. Like, I want you to understand the boundary within the two. So yeah,
I don't have those type of problems right there. Thank God, because I heard that stuff is draining. The mom and the girlfriend, or the mom and the fiance, or the mom and the wife beef. Shout out to Donna, because Donna don't put me through none of that right there, child.
Yeah, she's actually like one of the greatest. Like,
they say once you get married, the son supposed to let the mother go.
That's what they said. But the mothers don't let the sons go. Yeah. And then in some cases, that's perfectly okay. Yeah. But the moms have to respect the boundaries as well. Yeah. Moms have to respect the boundaries as well.
Some moms
as a boy mom, that one thing I have to, like, I'm always going to be like for my son, but I'm always going to let him go a little bit to, be his own person. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I always said I wasn't going to be one of the moms who's going to allow their son to cheat. Like, you're not about to be all these women in and out of my house if you got a girlfriend. No. I mean, you could have, like, you have your main girl, you know what I mean? But, like, you're not about to be, like, doing people dirty. Not in my house.
Not in my face.
Right.
If
like,
you can't be faithful, don't introduce me to no girlfriend. That's how I feel. I don't want to meet anybody.
That's
so I
true.
want to know that when you do bring a woman home, that this is somebody that you're serious about, so that I could be serious about her. You know what I'm saying? Because look, if this gonna be daughter over here, then you know I want to have a healthy relationship with her. But
exactly, I don't want
home if you ain't serious about them.
Right, I don't want to have the same relationship you don't have. I don't like every other girlfriend or everybody else had the situation or whatever. Like I don't. That's tacky.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because I ain't gonna be one of these mother-in-laws that's cool with everybody that come around. Like I ain't about to be doing all of that. This ain't that, sir. And you ain't finna be that. I'm telling, number one.
I'm definitely telling. I
don't care how you feel about it. You ain't gonna disown me. I'm telling.
Right.
And to show you I'm not playing, you're gonna get told on. And I bet you won't bring him back around here again.
And I'm gonna tell before you even start dating. So you already know what you're doing when you bring the situations in the house.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell, and when I catch y'all there, don't go nowhere. Right here. Both y'all sit down. Let me call Clarissa. Tobias got this girl over here. All right, Tobias, you tell her what you're gonna do. You don't want to be with her no more? No? Right. Yes? So what you doing here? You need to go. Then I'm gonna whip his ass after, you know, because you're not gonna be that type of person. That's one thing I don't want for my son to be: no cheating ass, lying ass man, and no gang banging ass man, and no jail. But I don't want nothing negative of that sort over my child. Like I don't want none of that for him.
That's why when my son came home like gang, who's gang? How you spell gang? And what is a gang? Like, cause you got me all the way messed up. Like, so yeah. I told y'all about all right, I know we just talking tonight, but because there's so many good topics. But I told you about the message that the teacher sent home about them talking about girlfriend, boyfriends, and all this other stuff.
What? Like, no, we didn't talk about that.
No, you ain't tell us that.
I put it on my story, so y'all don't be watching my story. That's
But you can't put it on your story and say you told us like we was on the phone.
I know that is true. So Kai, teacher, sent something on Class Dojo about like talk to the kids about having boyfriend and girlfriends. Mind you, these are 5 and 6 year olds. 5 and 6. She's like because they're sending letters to each other, and I'm noticing that it's tension in the classroom.
Nah, they're not beefing in the classroom over no chicks. They're not beefing in the classroom over no chicks.
That's what they said. That's what she said. She sent it on Friday. No, she sent it on Thursday. I said, no, man. I read it 4 times. 4 times. I'm like, no, she did not say tension in this classroom between these 5 and 6 years olds.
That's is not crazy.
Yeah, so we also got to be mindful about what we do and show our kids as well. Like, I feel like we touched on so many topics, but yeah, we could start.
Yeah. And that's where it comes from, because I see Nisa says you can't choose your son's life, but you can give him advice. I do not think that you can choose your son's life, but I think that that's where it comes to be important that you show your children good traits inside the home. You know what I'm saying? Because if your children see a sad parent, an angry parent, arguing parents, that's a behavior that they're gonna learn, and that's a behavior that they're gonna carry with. That's why I'm just so big. Like honestly, like my children's father, he don't like to talk. Like, and if he do talk, the talks can only be about 5 to 6 minutes long. It's not going to be no whole deep conversation, even though it needs to be sometimes. So a lot of the times conversations will end up in arguments, and I don't like that, because that's not, I want to know that my children are going to be able to sit down and have adult conversations when they are adults, even when not even adults. Like right now, y'all was on the phone when we had our meeting on Thursday, and my daughters was going back and forth with each other. And as I'm talking to them, they both started crying, and I'm like, "Why are y'all crying? Like we're only talking. Like why are you getting so frustrated about us having this conversation right now? You know." So that's going to be something that I'm going to work on, because I love to talk. Like, I love to communicate. I love to express how I feel.
Communication is key, period.
Because how you going to understand if somebody don't tell you? You can make a million things up in your head and be completely wrong. You're never going to know what's going on unless you communicate it.
Communication is key, but understanding is more of
absolutely.
Like, understanding is kind of like putting a cherry on top of the communicating. You understand what I'm saying? So we can communicate, but that's why I'm more of the, like, when I communicate, it's like, so do you understand? And people feel as though that, like, I'm talking to them like they're beneath me or dumb or nothing, but it's not that. It's like,
I want to know that you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. And if you don't, this is where we need to communicate again. Like, right. Or this is where, like, I need to word it so you can understand it better, or whatever.
Because if you're talking about something just to get it out, there's no point in talking about it if there's not a solution or a resolution at the end of the conversation.
Like, no, that's not true. No.
You don't think so?
No, I disagree, because sometimes you have people who wants to talk about things or want to get things off their chest and don't expect for a response. Like, sometimes you just want to get things off your chest, and sometimes it's no way to answer. You don't want to respond back to it.
Okay, you're right.
So, like, sometimes you, like, I tell people all the time, sometimes you gotta write it out, talk it out, sing it out, whatever makes it happy, but get it off your chest, get it off your mental, get it out of you, so you can move forward with the situation. So,
for sure. So I should say, if there's a problem that you guys need to talk about, don't talk about it unless y'all ready to come to a resolution at the end of it. Because if not, the problem is just going to go to the back burner until the next situation occurs, and then it's going to be brought back up.
But if you ever realize, when you have a problem and you end up talking and it turns to an argument, the argument faces off of the problem and turns on to the way the argument started. Yeah. Like, either you're yelling or you're not listening. It definitely defaces or move away from the main situation. That's why when it comes down
raising of a voice in a conversation could make the conversation go all the way left. Right. Because why do we have to yell when we're just to me it's just
how you say it.
We're just talking. You know, to me it's just, why are you so mad? Like, we're just having a conversation. What is the need to yell? What is the need to curse? What are we doing that for? We're having a conversation.
But sometimes they don't.
It's not easy for everybody, clearly.
Sometimes men just get.
Sometimes they don't come from a household of communication. It was a group, they didn't grow up like that. Sometimes it's
right.
That
I'm not trying to force my kids to talk. You know what I'm saying? Some kids are just not talkers, but I want them to talk.
Right. No, if it's something wrong, you can come talk to me about it.
Exactly. Like, say how you feel, and don't be afraid of consequences and repercussions, because if it's on your heart as your parent, is a part of my responsibility to you to listen and to learn, because parenting is a 24-hour learning job for the rest of your life. No kid is the same. So you're constantly going through different experiences. You're going to keep learning. You're going to keep, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Communicate.
Yeah, like, and you know what's crazy? Because I always communicate with my son. If you mad, like, I have a whole emotion chart. You feel what I'm saying? So if you upset or you feeling some type of way, you don't know how to express it, show me on the chart. You understand? And then we can go from there on how you feel. Because, like, you're gonna be. It's okay to cry in this house. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay. And it's no gender. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I hate the whole men can't cry. But we could talk about that later in another subject. But yes.
Next week.
Yes. Yes, this was a great topic. I'm having so much fun. That's why.
Yes.
I'm sorry for yelling at you, Emmy. I don't know if she's still on here. I wasn't yelling at you. I'm just passionate, girl.
I'm just passionate, and thank everybody. We can hit some comments before we leave. We already went this far. We got 2 minutes. Let's go to comments.
Let's see.
Or no? What y'all want to do?
I think the last comment was Jamila said you gotta be a parent and not a friend. Which is true in a lot of cases, but sometimes you do have to be a friend to your children, especially when they get to a certain age, because you want them to feel comfortable enough to come to you about things. Your kid's not going to come to you if they feel like you always the disciplinarian, if they feel like it's going to be backlash. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's something that I don't like, if it was my child wanting to have sex or having questions about sex, she's not going to come to me if I say something that's going to make her afraid.
Right.
So when that time comes, because it's going to come one day, I want her to be able to come to me as her mother and be like, Mom, I've been having these thoughts, and this and that. So sometimes you do got to be a friend when it matters. You know what I'm saying? You don't always want to be the tough one or the you know, you just want your kids to feel comfortable.
And that's when they become sneaky.
Yeah, exactly. Deborah says, or how you say something, like with an attitude. Yes, sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it, the tone you say it. Like,
that's true.
If you start the conversation off, well, what the you da for? Conversation already. Like, you done set the tone for the conversation instead of you saying, well, I didn't like when you said da.
Right.
That's the same thing, but you saying it in two different ways. And
can we go back to the friend thing? I'm sorry. I heard the friend thing. So it's okay to be your child friend, just don't let the friendship overpower the parenting.
That's my key. Yes, exactly.
That's my idea on that.
You gotta be a friend sometimes when it matters. You definitely do. You definitely do, for sure. Shay says kids should be able to come to their parents about whatever. I definitely agree. A lot of us don't do that until we're in adulthood, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when we become parents and we remember things that our parents said to us when we were younger, and you'd be like, yo, mom or dad, like, remember da. Yo, why is it just, you know, stuff.
But you know what? Our parents, they was raised in a different generation compared to the way we raising our kids. Because when it comes to our parents, they wasn't able to really, they felt as though they couldn't speak up as much or whatever the case may be. I can't really speak on that because I'm, you know, but like when it comes to me and my parent, like I felt as though like I became more comfortable with coming to talk to her after I graduated high school, or it came even more so when I became a mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I try to like talk to my child now, because everything is taught at home. Every single thing. Communication, friendship, relationships, anything is taught at home. So however you want to raise your child, I mean it starts at home.
Yeah, because before your kids come to school, they learn it somewhere else.
Yep.
And that's inside the house. So gotta get it together.
Oh my God, this was a good night, guys.
Yes, we
don't over for watching and being so interactive as usual.
Yes, thank you guys. We definitely appreciate all the support, all the time. Until next week. And if you have topics, definitely hit us on our inbox, on our page, on our Facebook page, our Instagram page. Hit us on YouTube. We would love to hear what y'all want to talk about all the time. Like,
it's hiding it. The banner. I'm at the comment. There you go. Yes, follow us on our social media.
That's why sometimes it's good for the grandparents to have talks with kids as well. Oh yeah. But they just going in, and I love it. But yes, yes.
So we're gonna have to look at these comments, and we're gonna have to pick some topics to piggyback off of this for next week.
Yes.
And yes, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about the real stuff, you know, and
every Sunday, the real and the raw.
That's it.
Right. Every Sunday at 7 p.m.
Holla at us. And everybody have a great week.
Have a great
y'all kids don't have no school tomorrow. My kids got school tomorrow.
Your kids got school tomorrow?
Yes, girl, it's different out here.
Like, no, but that's good, because I really think Kai should have school tomorrow, but they still celebrating you know, that guy. But they actually wound up giving it to I can't pronounce the word, but you know. The
indigenous people.
There we go. Though they gave them their day, and I respect that.
Respect, for sure. They deserve it.
But yes, everyone have a great night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
See you guys next week.
Yes.
Bye.